Still to come on the CBS Evening News, D-Day plus 60. He was a Navy medic who landed on the beaches of Normandy to save lives. A true American hero reflects and remembers next. We end tonight with reflections. 60 years after D-Day, the mud, blood, and sacrifice of the U.S. and allies to free Europe of Nazi Germany. It is history, and for a dwindling number of veterans, personal memory. Tonight, one man's perspective on war, then and now, from the beaches of Normandy. On June 6, 1944, Navy medic Ralph Schneider was 18 years old and facing Omaha Beach.
The battleships were bombarding the beach, softening it up supposedly, and they let go of the broadside of the 16-inch guns. They'd fire, boom.
The invasion fleet, more than 4,000 ships of all sizes, had crossed the channel the night before. The weather stunk, but Schneider says morale was high.
Everybody was gung-ho, stupid. We're 18 years old, we were invincible, and we were gonna cream everybody.
Some men wrote letters, some prayed, and everybody had the same conversation.
Is everybody going to make it? And everybody was saying, oh yeah, we're going to make it. It's going to be fine. Nobody's going to get hurt. A lot of people got hurt.
Schneider's unit carried tanks and heavy equipment to Normandy and brought the injured to England. Among the first wounded aboard were German soldiers. Schneider used Yiddish to communicate.
It was interesting to see their faces when you tell them, I'm Jewish and I'm taking care of you. I didn't like them because they were the enemy, but I treated them as people. They were scared stiff. So was I.
60 years later, the U.S. is involved in another war.
Yeah!
On Wednesday, President Bush called it a global conflict.
Keep moving!
And drew other parallels with World War II.
It resembles the great clashes of the last century between those who put their trust in tyrants and those who put their trust in liberty.
Schneider says he doesn't see the connection.
The difference between now and 60 years ago was that the world was divided into two schools of thought. It was us and it was them. We didn't want their kind of world. We were unified. They can't get unified now.
The legacy Schneider hopes for is peace.
My great-grandson, is he going to wear a uniform? I hope he doesn't have to, maybe because great-grandpa did something. Maybe. I can hope.
Schneider says it's important to remember how the nation came together 60 years ago and why America went to war.